Trio Heat.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Welcome to Serving Face and Hills on the True Hill Heat channel, episode 21.
What? We can drink now?
Right?
What?
Oh my God. Oh, I didn't bring us mimosas.
No, we should have had that. Dang it.
We don't have mimosas, folks. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm just drinking a healthy drink smoothie. I'm okay. Yourself?
I know, me too. Like I'm all health conscious.
Now,
so
trying to watch this girlish figure. Yeah, I know.
Or can I?
Same.
Right.
We can, but we just choose not to at the
anyway.
It is at the present time.
Correct. Pick and choose when you have mimosas, folks. It is March.
Yes.
I don't know about y'all, but February seemed to speed by. Like, I know it's a shorter month anyway.
Yes.
But it literally came and went. So we are in March. It is officially Women's History Month.
Woo, woo, woo. Burr, 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 burr. We don't have sound.
Which I absolutely love because, I mean, we are a women's pro wrestling show.
Yep.
We love hyping the women of pro wrestling. So obviously I love this month. I've been doing some championship title graphics for all the women.
I saw that. I was going to ask you about that.
Yes, for all the women who have held titles. I'm not done because people are like, oh, how about her? How about that? I'm like, calm down. They take time. I have to get concepts. Like I have to come up with the concept as to what I want it to look like. And I play around with stuff. So there are more coming. It is only the 5th of the month.
Everyone right. I'm about to say, are you doing like one a day or is it like 2 a day?
I was doing like 1 or 2 a day. I took a break this weekend and I'll start back up again next week. But yeah, so it's just my way of paying tribute to all of those women champions. I will be doing AEW ones as well. Everyone's like, oh, it's just WWE. Like I did Mickie James. She was with WWE, but she's not anymore. She's Impact. Right. So it doesn't matter where they're at, folks. If I know of them, if I know of the titles they've held, I will be doing one. Good morning, Dolores. Good morning, Queen Monet. Good morning, Alex. Actually, good afternoon, Alex. I believe it's afternoon where you're at.
Right.
Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Monet. Girl.
The original Monet.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Alex. Film Nation. Hey.
Hi, Film Nation.
Hey, ladies. Hope you.
Oh, they can't stay for long. Okay, you have to go get your praise on, Film Nation. I understand.
Amen. Pray for us, please. Okay.
Yes, please.
Say a little prayer for us. Thank you.
I mean, obviously, let's just get right into it.
Let's dive on in.
Last time we were here, there again, a lot has happened in the women's divisions. Yes, so we're gonna go through it here. Some of the news that I just want to briefly go over. As most people know at this point, Mercedes Moné did beat Krssi for the IWGP Women's Championship at Battle in the Valley. And it was a great match. So glad to see her back in the ring. She had zero ring rust, to no surprise, I think, to anybody. It was a great match. It was a great match. I love seeing that Bayley and Naomi were there to support her. I thought that was so cool. I think someone that was there said Bayley was literally the loudest person. Bayley, I guess, was trying to be incognito, and like she had like a lucha mask on or something. But they're like, she couldn't really hide because she was literally the loudest person in the room. They literally said she was standing the whole time, cheering for her, clapping, yelling for her and Krssi. So obviously she made herself known.
I was like, she couldn't hide herself very much because she had like this like bright like she had some like her outfit was like not incognito.
It wasn't, but she had a lucha mask on, and I think that was like because she didn't want the attention of being on her. It was supposed to be about Mercedes. So I think that
Got
was
it.
the
Okay.
initial thought, but when she was yelling and screaming, and everyone's like, "That's clearly Bailey," and she ended up taking the mask off. So it was like, "We know it's you, girl. It's okay."
That
But
voice to laugh is you know.
right. So yeah, so obviously they were there cheering on her friend. It was really cool to see. She did win. And she said she is taking this belt on a world tour. And I think she mean what she said,
As
because
she
she
did.
at the Mandalorian premiere with the IWGP Women's title,
Yep.
which I thought was so cool. I think it needs to be said. So I think we've always gotten on WWE PR with these women, and how they didn't really promote their appearances and stuff
Right.
they'd be going to, or we find out, the day because they show up.
Correct. Yeah.
I feel like New Japan actually did a really good job of promoting or letting us know that she was going to be here and covering that and giving her that spotlight. So I thought it was really cool that you're at a Mandalorian Star Wars Disney premiere
Right.
with
Right.
that title. Like that's
Yes.
that's huge exposure. Um and she looked amazing. Like her whole
Mm-hmm.
outfit looks like it's out of space, and I just thought that
Right.
was so
Yes.
cool.
I was like, does she even have on shoes? Like, what's happening?
You see, I looked at every photo like, where's her shoes at? I think she does. I think they sewed her shoes into the pants,
Oh my God.
because there
Wow.
is a
That is just,
video with this lady literally sewing the pants up as she's in it. And I think they sewed it around her heels.
that's so
So
cool.
it just looked really cool. So I thought that was awesome. Again, she said she's going on this world tour. I don't know everywhere she plans on going, obviously, but she plans
Right.
on putting this title on the map, probably making it a talked about thing, a more talked about thing. Um, so I think if you're gonna do that, putting it on Mercedes obviously is the best move,
Right.
right? Uh, Also, Mercedes and Trinity have both been announced to show up at WrestleCon in LA, the weekend of Mania.
Mania. Okay.
So, uh, why that's important? Obviously, we kind of know where Sasha's going, what she's kind of doing. Sorry, I said Sasha. Mercedes. That's gonna take some getting used to, y'all. I'm sorry. Mercedes, we kind of know what she's kind of going, what she's kind of doing. We don't quite know what Trinity's plans are, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
know she's done some modeling. She's done a photo spread. But she's been very mum on the wrestling, and if she's gonna continue wrestling, if she's just chilling, we don't know.
We don't
But
know.
it's
Yeah.
important to note
Yeah.
that she is showing up at RollCon as Trinity Fatu,
Not
and
Naomi.
not at a WWE event at all, WrestleMania weekend. So, obviously, she at this point isn't going back. I don't know. She changed her name on Twitter, I think, to Trinity Identity. Trinity Identity is her at now.
Yes.
She changed it a couple times yesterday, apparently, because people were screenshotting all the different ones she was trying.
Of course they were.
It was like Trinity Glowing Trinity, and some other ones, and I guess she landed on Trinity Identity. So that's her at right now. Again, I don't know if she plans on wrestling again or not. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think she'll show up in another company?
As of now, I don't think that she's have any intentions of showing up to any company right now. I think she's liking the whole freeness of what is happening in her present life right now. I
Yeah.
guess she likes the whole point of like just being behind the scenes and like doing other ventures to see where she can get her feet wet and
Yeah.
enjoy. We would miss her. I think she would be very valuable to this division, especially like on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't foresee her going to any wrestling right now, at least for another year. I think she likes this whole like my own schedule, like not being
Trying
within
new
that,
things. I
trying
think
new
this is,
things.
unfortunately, with WWE, when you're locked in the contract, you're locked in the
Mm-hmm.
contract.
Mm-hmm.
And that is your sole focus. Even if you do, even let's say Hunter is allowing some outside projects now, it's not to the extent as to which you are if you're not contracted. So,
Right.
I do believe that she is enjoying this free time.
Mm-hmm.
And I say free time loosely because I think she's busy doing things, but this non-contracted time, I think she's enjoying it. I think she's trying different things and she's enjoying her family and her home. And to be honest with you, as a 30-something-year-old woman, I'm not giving away my age. um, I understand that. I understand you're at a point in life. When you get to that point in life, because I think Trin is in her early 30s, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And Sasha's 31. She just turned 31, I think.
Yeah.
You get to a point where it's like, if the WWE is their home, we know this.
Right.
They love WWE. I think they were able to get away, and now they can try some different things. And in the end, if they want to go back, they will. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if Trinity shows up in like Impact or something to try some new things. Not right now. I think that would be like next year, maybe later this year.
Yeah.
But it just depends on what, obviously she wants in her personal life and what they want to plan and whatever. So we'll see. I'm happy for them both. They'll both be at WrestleCon. I'm going to WrestleCon. I just won't be there on the days they're there. So,
oh, dang.
But
the day you're going, who's supposed to be there?
A lot of people. So, namely Lita, because I really want to meet her. Well, I've met her briefly. I would like to actually meet her. And a couple AEW stars. I think Jade was on there.
Okay.
Might try to meet Britt Baker. So we'll see.
Oh, okay.
A couple different ones
that amazing.
I wanted to meet. So, we'll see what else. Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, and the New Day all appeared on the Kids' Choice Awards last night. They were on the orange carpet, not red. They were on the orange carpet, looking amazing. She's so cute. She's adorable. People on Twitter, of course, were like, "What are they wearing?" I'm like, "It's the Kids' Choice Awards. It's supposed to be bright, fun. It's not an overly serious thing, guys. Like it's supposed to be a fun dress up show."
Right. Like, why are they worried about like what they're wearing?
It's for kids. Like they were like, Bianca, like she could have worn something more fan. I'm like, it's a kids show. I don't know if you remember, Sasha was on last year and she had like that butterfly dress, and they were like, what is she wearing? Like, why is she wearing that? And I'm like, it's a kids
show.
It's fun, y'all. It doesn't, not everything to be taken overly seriously, and you have to be like high fashion at all times. Now, given what Becky is wearing literally came off a Paris runway, literally. So it is high fashion, but it is fun. It is colorful. It is bright. And that's what it's supposed to be about. To my earlier, WWE did zero promotion for this.
Yeah.
We found out through Nickelodeon that they were all going to be on there.
Right. I found out through their pages too. Like they said that they were going to be there.
They posted it. Yeah.
They posted that they would be there. And then I saw from my kids watching it that they were there.
Yeah. So I did message her and I was like, "Are you going to be there live or is it like a recorded thing?" And she said, "We're going to be there live." So I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "We'll be on the show itself." And so I did post on my Twitter. I'm like, "They're going to be there live," just so people know, because
they have the worst
WWE PR team is just bad. Like it's just no disrespect if any of y'all watch this, but come on, like you guys have got like, and it's so cool because Bianca had her title, Becky had her title. They're promoting WWE very well, and I'm just like, can you at least give people a heads up? Like, hey, like they're going to be appearing on the Kids' Choice Award, like anything. Anyway, let's move on. That's it for the news. For now, let's move on to Raw. This past week, there were actually quite a few women's matches on Raw this last week.
Shockingly.
It was Candice LeRae versus Piper Niven. First of all, y'all know how much I love Piper. That's my girl. Love her. Candice LeRae fans are gonna be mad at me. What are they doing with her? Like, what is this? Like, I'm obviously like Piper ended up losing this match due to a distraction from Nikki Cross. I guess so Nikki Cross is face again.
Right. Is she with?
And she's
Candice?
friends with Candice.
Right.
Well, she was stalking Candice for what, like months. And Candice finally was like, "Dude, what's up? Like, why are you following me?"
Yeah.
And Nikki's like, Nikki doesn't have any friends. And that was it. And then Nikki comes out during Candice's match against Piper and distracts Piper, and Candice ends up getting the roll-up win, and it's like, okay. I don't know, y'all. I guess we'll see where it's going. It doesn't necessarily excite me. I'd rather than be booking Piper to be like this dominant ass, badass woman and just defeating everybody, but I guess we need to find out what's going on with Nikki Cross and Candice more. I don't know. I
don't see the. It's so much happening with the women that they don't ever keep a consistent story. So it's nothing for you to stay behind.
Is just not there.
Right. So it's like, okay, now you want me to believe that Nikki is now friends with Candice. Okay. How so? How did that even come about? But she's
just because she was stalking her? And I'm like, you don't typically become friends with the people stalking you, I think.
Correct. Exactly.
Queen Monet said, I think they're building towards Sanity coming back and doing a Sanity versus The Way. That could be very possible.
That's okay, great. But like, how does that
wait, so hold on. Sanity had Nikki and two men, right?
Yes.
So it would be Candice, Johnny, and what's that guy's name? Oh my god, the guy with the axe. What's his name?
I don't remember.
I can't remember the man's name, but I guess okay, maybe. Hi, Frantic, what's up? Good morning. Dolores said, I think Candice will take her in and then Sanity will return. I think you're at that. Maybe that's where this is going. Okay.
Maybe. I hope so. Right. Let's see.
I guess we'll see.
You know.
But why Piper have to lose for that? No, I'll just stop. Let me stop. I'm going to stop. I apologize.
This was confusing. I don't know what Triple H is doing with the women. Yes, we've been saying this every time we're on the show. You know, again, for once we get settled into something, I think it gets wiped away. Like once you get some type of consistency with women's stories or like them being with someone, and then it's like, okay, nope, we're gonna do another one. Let's go from scratch.
Like it's weird. Like wasn't Candice just with Mia Yim like 2 weeks ago? Like it's all over the place. And I get that stories change or, plans change or whatever. It is Mania season. Certain people are not available right now because they're in other storylines for Mania. Like, whatever. Exactly. I just want things to make sense. And right now, the women's stuff just doesn't quite make sense for me.
Dolores, you are so right. Yes, Candice and Johnny are like the parents would like to get they're taking all the kids that are strays.
Kind of, huh? This is that's very true.
Help them find their way.
Maybe make them.
That's why they were called the Way. They should have the Way.
Dolores,
thank you, Dolores. What,
girl? She's on it.
She is on it, friend.
She's on it. Thank you, Dolores. Look at that.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Also, Asuka versus Carmella happened. So before this match, Asuka has never beaten Carmella.
Right.
1-on-1. And she was bragging about it. First of all, y'all know I love Carmella. So she was, she was doing her thing, bragging like, Asuka's never beat me. She thinks this is badass, but I'm the baddest, if you will. Princess of Staten Island. Asuka beat her. I love look at
Asuka won.
I love her. Asuka won.
She's great.
Tapped her out. She gets on the mic, calls out Bianca Belair. Bianca comes out. Not much is said, obviously. Bianca,
look at her. She's
insane.
I mean,
she's just insane.
I wanted. Did you make this dress too, girlfriend? Please let me know because I want one for myself.
Made this. I don't know. She makes almost everything. So she said there are things she buys.
Okay.
And she does make, I think she makes most of her gear. I don't know about her outfits.
Okay.
Either way,
here, I mean, wow.
Fucking amazing. Anyway. Body goals. Like times 100. Yeah. So anyway, she comes out, her and Asuka have like this stare down or whatever you want to call it. And then Carmella comes and takes Asuka's knee out and she's talking shit. So then, of course, naturally, just like any other IWC situation, they blow everything out of proportion. And they're like, they're going to add Carmella to the Mania match. And I'm like,
they better not.
Let's calm down. So I think what Triple H is trying to do, so in WrestleMania past, in build-ups, things got old very quick, right? Let's go back to WrestleMania 35, where you had Ronda, you had Becky, and you had Charlotte. And shit got dry because she picked her the day after Rumble. And then it was like, okay. And now we have all these months of dragging out the storyline.
Right.
And then they had to do something drastic to make it popular again, to be the main event, right? You don't necessarily want that. So I think what Triple H is trying to do is drag some of these storylines out by adding other people or like
into the
mixing
mix
in
to distract
other things like that are happening. So that way it's not us meeting face to face. You know, the same.
It's all
I call it the Vince formula: the face to face, the contract signing, the brawl, the backstage attack, like all the same shit that Vince would do. I think Triple H is trying to make that different in this build.
But also, some of it makes sense. It's not that different because it's still the same shit.
Some of it makes sense. Some of it doesn't. I think he's trying to involve other people to drag it out, if you will. So yes, Carmella attacked Asuka. I'm assuming there might be like a Bianca, Asuka, Carmella 3-way or something next week on whatever. Carmella's not going to be in the Mania match, all right? They have to. We have 3.5 weeks? 3.5 weeks till Mania. Eventually, Asuka and Bianca are just going to brawl it out one of these Monday Night Raws, and it should probably be the go home show. And we'll see. But everyone calm down. They're adding Carmella to the Mania match. No, they're not. Stop. Also on Monday Night Raw, we had a tag team match between Damage Control, Becky Lynch, and WWE Hall of Famer Lita.
All right, friend, you gonna hate me for this one, but let's go.
So, they were the main event of Raw, and they had a match.
Yep,
they had a match.
Not a little, friend. Not a little. Don't do that. She's being very nice.
So, but I do. So some backstory has come out since then, which explains it. But she was rusty. Obviously wasn't her best showing. However, it's Lita, so legendary pop. Lita won the fucking tag team title in the year of 2023. There are things I liked and didn't like. I love that Trish is there. I love that she came out and made the save to get Bayley off. Their back, if you will. She actually pulled an okie doke, and there were people. One particular person in my comments all week, Trish isn't going to be there. She's not there. And then the day before, she's still at home. I'm like, y'all understand these wrestlers lie, right? Like, they're actors. Like, they're meant to throw you off. Like, let's all calm down. So obviously Trish showed up, big pop again. She looks amazing, by the way, amazing. And she made the save. And Becky and Lita are the new WWE Tag Team Women's Champions. It's the first time Becky's held a tag team title. So I was happy. As a Becky Lynch fan, I was happy because I'm like, my girl got her tag team title with her literal inspiration, right? Like, Lita is it for her. So I thought that was so cool to see. However, again, to our comment earlier, where the fuck are we going? What? I'm so confused by all of this. It did come out that Ronda's injured, and it did come out that they found out only 3 hours prior to this that they were winning the tag titles and actually having a full-blown match. So Lita was not prepared, first of all. So we did find this out, but it was after the fact.
Okay.
However, because the match was scheduled, but I guess the match was never actually supposed to happen. I guess there was supposed to be Bayley was supposed to attack ahead of time, and
right.
Then Trish was gonna come out and help, but they weren't ever supposed to have a full blown match. Apparently.
Okay, so what you're saying is this match was never even supposed to happen.
Correct. They found out 3 hours before. The match happened that it was happening.
Okay. All right. This makes total sense. Okay. So I won't bash Lita for not being prepared 3 hours in advance, okay? Because again, my whole thing about this, we now have put the titles on Lita and Becky.
Mm-hmm.
That's what are we supposed to do within these 3 weeks? We're now going to have Becky and Lita defend them, or are they just going to cut promos? Like, are we
That's
going
what I'm confused about. So part of the issue is that Ronda's injured, so I don't know.
And
she's legit injured.
She's legit injured. Okay, so that's we scratched all of that off the board now.
Like, I don't know what they're going to do. I think what happened is she got injured. I don't know what's injured. I don't think her arm's actually injured. That's what the storyline was on SmackDown.
Okay.
But I don't know if that changed things for Mania. I don't know. I don't know. And that's why I'm like, I think they have to pull audible. But I'm like, okay, so what happens to Damage Control? Damage Control barely got any offense in
this match.
In this match. And I'm like, again, given when they didn't have time to prepare, really, they had to come up with something. However, what happens to Damage Control now? Like, I'm just, it's I don't know.
Right. See,
and y'all know how I feel at the tag division. Right. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I
see, my whole thing is with the booking of the tag championships, you bounce them so up and down, like no one can ever get a clear, good run, to be honest. I think only like maybe 2 teams have had a good, clear run. Damage Control has lost
and Kyrie.
Right. And then I think it was Bailey and Sasha. That's
the
really
second time.
The second time.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 legit teams that has had a consistent run with these belts. Now, Damage Control. You brought Damage Control. Look at the name itself. Like, you brought them last SummerSlam to wreak havoc, to do things, and that's not what you have done. Damage Control has more losses than wins. They have lost the titles now twice. What is the point? What are we doing with these ladies? What is the booking now? Now you have Lita and Bailey. Lita and Becky.
Yeah.
Becky is the one that's going to be carrying this team now.
Correct.
Lita now has to get back in the gym to get back, because you've seen that the rust was rusty. Like, she needed WD-40. Like, but again, not knowing that this was 3 hours before. Like, okay, let's put Lita in the match 3 hours before.
Yeah.
We couldn't get another girl to do this?
I don't know. And now Trish is involved.
And now you put Trish in it. Now, okay, I could have got the
story.
Are we
doing Trish and Bailey at Mania? Are we doing a 6-woman tag now that if Ronda's out? Like, what are we doing?
I could understand maybe the 6-woman tag, but it's like you still could have left the belts on the girls. The girls could have won via DQ. Like, you didn't have to, like, put the belts on them, but I guess they knew Becky was going to the award, so maybe they wanted her to have a belt. I don't know these things.
I don't know.
But it doesn't seem right. It just was off. Like, the match was not good. I just
love y'all.
Love y'all
watching, but
it just
y'all tried your best.
Right.
It's not the wrestlers, y'all. It's not. The booking of these tag titles in general sucks. It just sucks. And I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know where they're going. I guess we're going to have to see. Again, Trish is involved. There's been some rumors and teases that this story is going to take a whole bunch of turns, apparently. I don't know if they're just taking us for a ride. Like, this is the problem. And this is how you know it's not well executed. I don't know if they're taking us on a ride for a storyline, or if they truly don't know where they're going for Mania. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like, is this a storyline ride? And we're like, oh my gosh. Like, it doesn't feel like that all the time. Like, there are times where it's like, oh, I can't wait to see what happens next. And there's other times where you're like, why? What? Like, if you wanted Becky and Lita to win the tag titles, why not just do it at Mania?
Right.
Like, or Damage Control doing something else? Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
Make it meaningful. Like, make it make sense. Like, right now, like, you could have built up to a 6-woman tag. Then we could have built up to having them maybe, like, lose. Like, I could see bringing Trish in it and then making it 3-on-3 to make it even. I can understand it. Like, oh, Becky has to get reinforcement. So what does she do? She gets the legends. She gets 2 girls that can, like, hold her down. going against Damage Control because she can't do it by herself.
Right.
That's the story I would have brought into than this foolishness. But whatever.
I think the kink in the chain here is Ronda, because I think they wanted Ronda to have a tag match at Mania. I don't know what she's injured with or what's going on, or if she's going to be even ready for Mania. I don't know.
She had her arm in a sling on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing it's either like is wrist related or arm related, something. But she mostly had it close to her chest or whatever. So I'm thinking it might be like a wrist type of injury. But I mean, I really don't care. Like, make it make sense, friends.
I just want to know where we're going.
They're not, yeah.
I don't. Maybe that's the wrong thing to say, because I like a good story. I like a cliffhanger. I like to be like, oh my god, what's going to happen next?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But this feels very thrown together, and there's not a clear story. Like Becky versus Bayley, the feud just didn't get to the level it should have to me, because there wasn't a clear direction. Like, they had good moments. The cage match was good, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think they're being booked very well, in my opinion.
I definitely agree with you, Anton. Toxic Attraction was way better booked than, and they were a faction of 3 people. So why is it that we can't do the same thing? Like, it could have been, you guys like to copy and paste any other damn time. Like, why are we not doing the same?
Anyway, let's move on. Becky and Lita are the new tag team champions. I guess we'll see what's going to happen next. I don't know.
Yep, there's the champ.
If rumors are correct, we have some more twists and turns coming to this. Some people have rumored that it's Trish turning heel on them.
What? Oh, that is stupid. Yeah. Okay, I even hate that part too.
So I guess we'll see. Let's move on. NXT. NXT is always good with their women coverage. There's plenty of it. Gigi Dolan cut a true babyface promo in the ring. It was actually very good. I wasn't convinced that she was going to be a good face until she did this promo.
Because I thought she was more of a heel-ish person, especially being
look to me screams heel.
Yes,
but this promo was very well done. It was a very good face promo. So I am looking forward to her and JC going at it at Roadblock.
Yes.
I think JC makes an amazing heel.
She does. I mean, low key, I'm still upset that they broke them up, but whatever. And they were actually a legit tag team, unlike other people that they put together. Like, what's next? Kaden and Katana.
Yeah, they'll probably be fighting next pay-per-view.
Oh my god.
Anyway, good promo. Looking forward to that match between the two of them. Wendy Chu is the latest victim of the NXT parking lot. Poor Wendy. She was found on the ground outside. Just avoid the parking lot, people. Like, you already know.
The NXT parking lot is always a something danger for disaster to happen. Yep.
Horrible. That led to a very spiteful conversation between Tiffany Stratton and Katana. They were blaming each other, saying, Tiffany, you're the one who did it to Wendy. And Wendy's like, no, it was you. Tiffany said to Katana, no, it was you guys. That then led to a match between Tiffany and Katana.
No, that ain't it.
Tiffany defeated Katana with her beautiful moonsault that she does. She kind of missed.
I'm about to say she's been doing so good, and then this execution happened. You're like, oh.
She hit her legs, but it's okay. It's all right. It was pretty in the air, though. It was pretty in the air. Gorgeous. Hit her legs, and she got the pin. Katana, I guess, was distracted because Alba Fire and Isla Dawn came out. Is it Isla or Isla?
Isla, I believe. I want to say it's Isla.
Isla Dawn and Alba Fire came out, and they didn't do anything, just kind of stood there doing their thing, and Katana was a bit distracted by them, which then allowed Tiffany to obviously hit the moonsault and pin her. Tiffany then cut a promo. It's my girl. Tiffany then cut a promo saying, I'm ready for the championship. I'm like, hell yeah, she is. Give it to her. Put it on her.
Put it on
Put it
us.
on her.
Yes, yes,
She's, I'm ready for a match. Even if you don't think I am, I'm ready. If you don't think I'm ready for a championship just yet, I think I am. She said she wants it. I wouldn't be mad if they put it on Tiffany, to be honest with you, because she has her character work down. She has her in ring.
Yeah,
it's better, getting better and better. Like,
and she's a good heel.
She's a great heel. And look, Roxanne is it as far as wrestling goes.
Yeah.
I still don't know what her character is, and that bothers me a little bit. Like, I'm like, who are you?
Just
why do I care?
Someone that came out of Booker T's gym.
That's all we know right now. And she's really good. Don't get me wrong. This woman is a great fucking wrestler. She's amazing. I just don't know what her character is. And not that she needs a full-on character, but why do people need to get behind you? Right? Why do we care? And I think Tiffany could really be a great heel champion.
Yes.
Which is why I wouldn't be mad. There was a match between Mako Satomura and Zoe Stark. Hard-hitting match. My God. Like,
yes.
I mean, Zoe Stark also was seen at house shows.
Yeah, she's been
with the main roster wrestling Charlotte.
And Charlotte,
I don't know if that's a clue that she might be headed up.
I mean, I don't know, but I know Charlotte did tweet that she has it and she's very, very good. And yeah, so I mean, but if you can't keep bringing girls to the roster and then you're not doing anything with them, like that's the point. Like, stop holding these girls. Like, you got how many girls that's sitting in
men and women?
Men and
if you don't have a clear storyline direction for them, leave their asses down in NXT.
At least they can wrestle.
Look at what's his name? Divac.
Divac.
You know what I'm talking about. They had nothing for him, and he absolutely floundered on main roster. And he went back to NXT and became a little relevant again. Just saying.
Dijak, right?
Yep, him.
That one.
Mr. D. We'll call him that. Mako and Roxanne have a match at Roadblock. I think that match is going to be amazing. Personally,
maybe I think Miko should win, but that's just me.
It depends on if she's staying.
That's true, and you know, a lot of people are having visa issues right now, so
I think they worked hers out. But if she's staying, I wouldn't be mad.
Okay.
Frantic said Dijakovic. I was saying his name all wrong. I'm all Divock. I just skipped the whole middle portion of his name. I apologize. Queen Monet said, I love how they're taking people who are actually hurt in NXT and turning it into a story for the women's division, right? Wendy, what's her name? The one with the big butt. What is her name? I cannot think of anyone's name today. This is so bad.
The one with the big butt. Who is that?
Yeah.
The girl we called from. Okay, I know. Damn. What? Nikki.
I cannot think of that woman's name.
Nikita Lyons.
Nikita Lyons. Actually injured. They made it. You know, the NXT parking lot incident was the reason. Which I do love that. I love that little touch. Like, make it like somewhat realistic. We all know everyone gets hurt in the NXT parking lot. So at this point, if you're injured, you got hurt in the NXT parking lot.
Yes.
There was a match between Elektra Lopez and Sol Ruca. Sol's so good.
Sol is very good. Oh my God, Sol is amazing. I like another tall. She's very tall.
She's very tall.
Can move.
She can move, man.
Yes.
Like seamlessly.
Yes.
Move.
Yep.
Elektra in the match went to the corner for the brass knuckles from Valentina. Valentina said you don't need them. Elektra got pissed, but caused enough distraction that Sol Ruca ended up getting the win, doing her soul snatched. Elektra got her soul snatched and took the L. Afterwards, Elektra was pretty pissed at Valentina. She pushed her, and Valentina, clapped back, if you will, with those brass knuckles and hit Elektra in the face. There was a huge pop for it. So it looks like we may be getting Electra versus Valentina feud going.
I'm about to say, they like to break up people a lot, so
At this point, just have everyone fight everybody. There's no tag teams.
correct.
Katana and Cadence are next. I
it's such
know
a
the
headache.
tag titles mean so much to Bayley and so much to the women, but is it worth it at this point? Like, they don't care about women's tag teams. They just don't. They just don't.
They made the belts to shut us up, and then they was like, all right, well, yeah, we'll give them the belts, but we're not really going to do anything with them. Like, we just
nothing's changed since Triple H has come as far as those belts go, in my opinion. They put them on Damage Control. Everyone was excited about that. They had them for 116 some odd days and defended them once.
Listen.
Ramit said, according to news sources, we're about to get into AEW, so this is a good lead in. Ramit says, according to the news sources, tonight CM Punk returns, confirmed, and Jamie Hayter will retain their title.
Is that right? Well, thank you for that news update. We appreciate you, friend.
See, I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
We're about to get into AEW.
I think Jamie will. We'll do our predictions. When that comes, when that time comes in the show, I'll save my stuff. But yes, SP, you're back, great friend.
SP, shush. He said pop for Stephanie being critical of Blackball's booking. First of all, I was never not critical before. I said give him time. That's what I said. I was like, because Vince had how many years for his booking and still wouldn't get it right? Right?
Yeah.
Paul had it for 6 months at the time, and I was like, okay, guys, like give him some time. He's still working with Vince's roster as far as where people are at, right? And I've said this. I'm like, WrestleMania season is fully Paul Levesque. That's all him, right? Mania is going to be all him. So to me, whatever happens at Mania and thereafter is completely his vision and his view for how things need to go. The build to Mania hasn't been that great for me. In my opinion.
It has. I think we only have like literally maybe like three like so.
We have Cody Rhodes and Roman, which is probably the best build so far.
Right.
You have Charlotte and Rhea, which we'll get into that when we get to SmackDown. We have Bianca and Asuka.
Yep.
We have looks like we're getting Logan Paul and Seth Rollins. It hasn't been officially announced yet.
So that's 5 so far.
Brock Lesnar and Omos. The fuck. And we have Bobby Lashley and Bray possibly.
So that's 6 matches so far.
And that's it so far.
And remember, we got 2 days. So they're gonna throw a whole shit of stuff together like last fucking minute.
Sorry, and I'm assuming something with Sami Zayn and KO possibly versus the Usos? Or is it Sami Zayn and Jay versus Jimmy and Solo?
Nobody knows.
Guess we'll find out. And then LA Knight was taught. Who's he? Who came out after LA Knight?
Which day?
On like SmackDown. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, like you mean came up in the roster, maybe? What are you saying?
No. I mean, like, is he feuding with someone right now? LA Knight.
Nope. He just
so I guess at the house show.
Yeah.
They're running KO versus LA Knight.
Yes, that was a house show. Yes.
The house show.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's a future story or if that's just for house show purposes. I don't know. SP said, what news sources? What news sources? Stop reading that stuff, please. Laugh my ass off.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Oh, thank you, SP. New Day, Drew, Sheamus, and Karrion Kross. Thank you. So I'm assuming they have to be on the Mania card. I mean, and Gunther has to be. I don't know. Again, this build so far,
not good.
It's not been the greatest.
I hope you guys have a great time in LA.
I'm gonna have fun. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm excited to just be going, but I'm not really that excited for anything. If that makes sense. Like, there's nothing. I'm like, oh my god! Like last year, I was so hyped for Bianca versus Becky. I was so hyped for Seth versus this mystery opponent. Like, there was like a lot of fun things going on. and you had Stone Cold coming back, fighting with KO. Like there was just a lot of fun, different things, and I'm just not getting that. Oh yeah, and possibly I guess this year John Cena versus Austin Theory, but I'm like, okay.
But like well, again, we've seen one John Cena match, we've seen them all, and like now he's like John Cena the dad, so it's like it's just
I don't know guys, I don't know. Anyway, Dynamite.
And mind you, they're doing more stuff. Sorry, they're doing more stuff promoting like the little vignettes than matches. And mind you, we've only got like 2 vignettes so far. We've got the Seth and Becky doing
the movie ones.
Yeah,
there's the Titanic one and with Bianca and Tez, and then Batman and the Joker. Not Joker. Yeah, Batman and Joker. Beth and Seki. Jesus Christ.
Seth and Becky.
Y'all knew what I meant. And are those only 2 so far?
Yeah, there's only been 2.
I know there is one with Drew and Sheamus, and they're doing like 40-Year-Old Virgin, I believe, but I don't think they've shown it yet.
Got it. Okay.
So that one is coming. All right. Well, anyway, I don't know. In the chat, tell me how you guys are feeling about the build to Mania.
Mania, yeah.
So far. We have 3 weeks left, so they better kick it in the high gear here. Dynamite. There was Rio versus Toni Storm.
Yes.
I did not watch it live. I'll be honest. I had to watch the recap. Krssi did though. How did you feel about it?
First of all, when they put Rio in any match, she's amazing.
She's really good.
I feel like she's like their go-to when they need like a banger sometimes, to be honest. Mm-hmm. I feel like they rely on her. And she delivers, and
kind of like Asuka.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I have no excitement per se for Bianca versus Asuka, but I know it's going to be a great match.
Yeah,
because Bianca and Asuka. Kind of when you put Rio in something, it's going to be good. Sorry.
My friend is just saying everything that is correct, you know.
It looks a little messy so far. Besides, sorry, I thought they were talking about Rio. I'm like, oh god.
Oh right. Like,
sorry, no, go on. I'll read the comments in a little bit.
Oh okay.
They're giving their opinions on WrestleMania, and I thought at first I thought he was talking about the Rio versus Toni Storm match. I'm like, oh no, not messy.
No, they were not messy. They actually went for it, and these girls did their thing. Rio got the win. Via Toni being distracted from Britt and from Britt Baker and Jamie. So that was a great win for her. Of course, they were very upset and they but then they started match. The 2 ladies that was Saraya and Toni, and then it was Britt and Jamie. But again, if you guys can go and watch that match, please do, because of course, like I said, Rio did her thing, of course, Toni is Toni, like they're awesome. So
yes. Revolution is tomorrow.
No,
and there's a match between Jamie Hayter, Saraya, and Ruby Soho.
Later tonight.
Is it tonight? It's today the 5th? Holy shit. Yeah, sorry guys. I thought we were thinking the 5th is tomorrow. I'm like, but it's Jesus. It's Sunday, y'all. I don't know why I thought it was Saturday. Forgive me. Sorry. Tonight is Revolution.
Tonight is Revolution.
I don't want the weekend to end. That's my problem.
Me
I have
too.
to go back to work tomorrow. And y'all reminded me that today's Sunday. It's not okay. No, but tonight is Revolution. So obviously this was a good go home brawl type thing. Obviously between all of them, what do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. To be honest, we have a 3-way match for tonight is Ruby Soho, Jamie Hayter, and we have Saraya. Yeah, Saraya. To be honest, this match can go one of 2 ways. One way it can go onto Saraya, or one it would go back on Jamie. Ruby, unfortunately, is like a person that's filling in, so she's not going to win.
Hey, she's
Unfortunately, I'm
taking the
sorry.
pin.
She's definitely she's getting pinned. Which person is going to give her the pin? I don't know.
I think this is meant to decide what side she's on, because remember, she's kind of not really taking a side with the outsiders or whatever they're called, in the AEW ladies
match.
So either she turns on somebody here,
yes,
or she's truly just there to take the pin.
SP touched on it yesterday. His predictions are that she gets the pin and then she will join sides with Tony and Saraya, and then to make them the outsiders, and then I guess to wreak havoc. But yeah, definitely Ruby will take the pin tonight. She's getting the L. Sorry.
Eesh.
But I'm happy she's on TV and she's getting some shine.
Absolutely. There was a time period where she wasn't even getting on TV. So look, I'm glad she's involved. I'm glad she has a title match tonight. I think Ruby and Jamie will do most of the work. But I mean, obviously, which is fine. And yeah, I guess we'll see. I'll be watching. So we'll see. Let's catch up real quick on some of your WrestleMania thoughts. And then we'll get into AEW thoughts as well. The build to WrestleMania. Alex said, very hyped to go and see my faves, but right now not very hyped for the matches. Same, Alex. Obviously, I get to meet Alex for the first time, so I'm excited about that. And I'm hyped to just be there in the experience. There's a lot of stuff that happens Mania week, not just at Mania. So I am very happy for the experience of going and being there live. But yeah, I'm not too hyped for anything just yet. As far as the matches go, I'm kind of like, okay. Frantic said it looks a little messy so far beside the Bloodline story. I have to agree. And even the Bloodline story is getting dragged out a bit, because it's like, where's Jay? Is Jay gonna show up? Where's Jay? What's Jay gonna do? I'm like, okay. Belair needs to drop that title to Asuka. Belair's getting stale, and maybe a move to SmackDown is needed for Belair. She's not dropping the title, man. Unless, let me say this. Unless they want to move her to SmackDown, which is possible, that's the only way I see her dropping the title. Like, just seeing her on the red carpet last night, she's doing all these appearances. She's about to have her own show.
The reality show. Yes.
She's getting a lot of exposure right now. And she's really good on the camera. She's good on camera, guys. She's a good communicator. She's good at representing the company. She's a good brand ambassador. And I just do not see them having her drop that title.
She calls her the female John Cena.
She is. I mean, her booking says it. Her popularity. I'm sorry. I get that she may be not as popular as maybe she was like a year or two ago, but she's still getting great reactions. She's still selling merch. I just don't see them having her drop the title yet.
Yeah.
I am excited just for the matches themselves, because there will be some bangers. But storyline wise, I'm just watching to see what happens. Yep. Same. That's what I'm saying. They're like, Bianca and Asuka is going to be a great match. Yeah. Austin Theory and Cena will probably be a good match. Like, there's going to be a lot of
Seth Rollins matches. And Logan
Paul is probably going to be match of Mania. Charlotte and Rhea is going to be a good match. We know they have good chemistry.
Yeah.
But to your point, the storyline, I'm not like invested the way I was last year. I feel like in some of the storylines, I do obviously want to see Roman fall, right? I'm not a big Cody Rhodes fan, but I want him to fulfill his dream. Like, they've done a great job, I feel like, building that one with Paul Heyman involved and the promos, and they've done a good job keeping them apart. And then they came together on SmackDown, and I loved it.
Listen to this though. With Roman, I feel like Cody has only one purpose, and he's already gotten his way up here because of his name. SP and I have touched on this before. He doesn't care about doing a title run or nothing. He just wants to win. And then you win, and then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happens after you win? Are we going to go on this like big old tour or whatever? So SP says that he should lose at Mania, then go on this whole then they're going to do like the Lex Express, but it'll be the Cody Express, and slap it across America. He goes all over the place to redeem himself, like, he's America's child. And then he wins at SummerSlam so that we can have Roman get his 1,000 days.
So
And we put Liberty on the side of the bus.
I've said this. I said this last year when Cody came back. I think this is before he got injured with the pec tear.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't think Cody should win at Mania. I was like, I think Cody should win at SummerSlam. To have someone come in, get clean wins, and make a straight beeline to the title and just give it to him is not a good story to me. Like, to me, I want to see him fight for it. I want to see him build to it. I want people to be rooting for him. Like, they're rooting for him. Don't get me wrong. I want to see people go, no, like, you can do this. I want him to come down and be like, I didn't do it. I won the Rumble. I did this. I did that. I came back from a torn pec, and I still couldn't do it.
And he's gonna have a big.
And I want him to be down, and I want people to get behind him, and I want him to fight his way back. And at SummerSlam, I want him to get his rematch, and I want him to definitively take down Roman Reigns.
There we go. So
I said this last year that I did not want to see Cody win the title right away. I want it to be a roller coaster. I want it to be a ride. It shouldn't be that clean cut to me.
And
because it seems all too predictable right now.
It's very
with
predictable.
Everything that's happened in his favor, that he would win and just be the double champion.
And again, they shown like, I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble. Like you didn't have to be number 30. You could have been like number 22 or something like that, or 15. Like
that's what I'm saying. Everything has been so clean for him. You were the last man in the Rumble,
right?
And won it. Don't get me wrong. He had a good 10, 15 minutes with Gunther before he won, but still, like I would have rather seen him fight from like number 3, and win it.
Yep.
Rhea did. Rhea was number 1.
Yep.
And won. Like she had to fight. All those goddamn women.
Oh, and why did he have to come in at number 30 like that?
All 55 minutes.
Yep.
I don't know, y'all. Someone pointed out Roman laid the championship facing Cody, but the Universal title facing him. I hope Paul could sneak paperwork in to win only one title. That would be a good story too.
Oh.
Like maybe they have him do a contract signing, but Cody didn't really read what it said.
Right, and the contract.
And the contract actually says
Dolores, you might be onto something, darling. You might be onto something.
That's a good way to split it. It's a good storyline way to split the titles.
Because he only wants one title. He doesn't care about 2 titles. He just wants to win one.
He wanted to win the WWE championship. That's the one he wants to win.
Which one is that one? Is that the Raw or the SmackDown one?
That's the one that's on Raw.
Okay. He wants to win
the Universal titles technically belongs to SmackDown right now. Well, they both belong to SmackDown right now. But you know what I mean. Alex said, to me, it'll be better that Seth beat Roman. So much history. That's another story. Just waiting to happen. Now, given that could happen with or without a title, that's one of the stories that doesn't even need the title involved. Because it's personal. But who wins that one in the end? Because Seth is technically the one that turned his back on Roman. And that's kind of, if you think about it, Roman keeps going back to that betrayal. Right? That's why he's so pissed at Sammy.
Because everyone
going
keeps
back to that
him.
betrayal. He's had to become this evil villain now because people kept betraying him. And it all started with Seth doing it. So it's like, it all goes back to Seth betraying him. So technically, Roman should get the win in that feud. But Seth is the face in the situation right now. So it's just, that is a whole nother story.
Correct.
That honestly could happen at WrestleMania 40. We'll see. Seth is one of the few people Roman has not beat.
It's true.
Cleanly.
Right.
Sorry. Where are we at? Was that it for AEW? Oh, let's see what the AEW thoughts were. I'm sorry. We were jumping around here a little bit. Sorry, y'all. I thought the AEW All Access show looks good. Oh, the show that they're going to be doing it's going to start airing after Dynamite, right?
Yes, the reality show, and it airs the end of this month. They're gonna have 6 episodes going behind the scenes of the wrestlers. I believe it's going to showcase Adam Cole.
No, Adam Cole said
Britt
he was
Baker,
one of them.
Eddie Kingston, Tony Khan, just to name a few. But yeah, it's supposed to be an hour-long show right after Dynamite on Wednesdays. So I mean, yeah, just if you get a chance, tune in. I'm sure they're gonna repeat it all. And yes, it's a short series, so maybe they'll probably do like 30 minutes for each person, because that's a lot of people. So maybe they're gonna do like 30 minutes for each person.
It's probably
maybe
like the WWE's 24. Remember, they used to have those 24s. It's probably something similar to that. I'd be my guess. Sev said the build to Revolution outside of Bryan and MJF and Jack and Cage hasn't been all that great. Yeah, I mean, the matches I'm looking forward to are the tag match, because their tag matches are always so fucking good. The tag match, obviously the women's match. I am interested in seeing Bryan versus MJF. That's probably it for me. Oh, and Ricky Starks versus Jericho. Because I'm a big Ricky Starks fan, so I was looking forward mostly to those. Their cards are super long, so I probably won't watch the whole thing. Love them so much. But so I guess we'll see. I think Revolution will be good. I mean, AEW always hits for me, mostly on their pay-per-views. I don't even watch the day-to-day shows or the week shows. I watch I watch every pay-per-view that they have, because they're always typically really good. And so there's been some that haven't quite hit for me, but for the most part, I love their pay-per-views. Moxley Page has been built well.
Yes.
Is what SP said.
The trios match has not been built, but they're going to give you a great match. I can't wait to see that match. I'm going to be at a 21st birthday party this evening, so I'll be on my phone, like listening to music, but also watching
happy birthday.
Wrestling. Yes. I hate when there's a pay-per-view and I gotta go somewhere. I'm like, and then people like look at me like with eyes. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm watching wrestling. They're like,
look, you were not on my wrestling time frame, so happy birthday. I'll get some cake. Thank you. Dolores said the series will feature Adam Cole, Dr. Big Breaker, Sammy Guevara, Tay Conti, the Young Bucks, Saraya, Wardlow, and Eddie Kingston, along with the AEW CEO and head of creative Tony Khan. Dolores, I appreciate that full summary. She's amazing. Dolores, you're a W in my book, man. You're a W. Sev said, yes, agreed. Max Hangman has been good also. Did you see Ring of Honor women's matches? Did you see the Ring of Honor women's matches, Stephanie? Frantic, I did not. They were actually suggested to me.
Yes.
So I will be watching them. Yes. And we will be talking about them on the next show.
It just happened Friday night. So we didn't prepare for that, friend.
We didn't, right away. And it's been a very busy weekend for me, Frantic. Yes. So I did not watch them. Frantic, yes. They were suggested to us. So we will be watching them and we will be giving our feedback on them. Will said, I do want Jamie to keep her title, but at the same time, I'd love to see Ruby Soho win. I would love Ruby to win. I just don't see it happening.
Right now. I think she will win eventually, but not right now. It will definitely happen. But yeah. Yes, the GC. Oh, were they, Dolores? I heard. I know they had a stat card yesterday for their match. They have another one tonight too. How? Why?
I think the GCW matches are the ones that Sid suggested as well. So I think we told you guys last time, if you have match suggestions for us, please send them. Like, we're both parents, we're both wives, we have a lot going on, so we can't catch it all. However, if you see something that you really think you just want us to see and talk about, send it to us. Just send it. Send us the link. Send us the name. Whatever. Yep. We'll watch it and we will talk about it on the next show. So we have a lot to catch up on, folks. SP said Willow versus Frost was good. Our girl is getting a shot at Athena next week. I know that's right.
We are Willow.
Oh my gosh! What if she wins?
Right.
Oh, I'd be so happy.
But that should be a banger. Willow and Athena? What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
I'm gonna have to watch that one live.
Veins. Yes.
I'm gonna have to watch it live.
Inject that into my veins, please.
I'm gonna go and put that on my calendar, folks. Writing it down. All right, let's move on. SmackDown.
Dum dum dum.
On SmackDown, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan had a match. First of all, Rhea and Liv have amazing chemistry. Just amazing chemistry. Whether they were a tag team, whether they're fighting each other, they always have great chemistry. It was actually a wonderful match, to be honest with you. Rhea actually ended up winning by submission. She did a bent over inverted clover leaf hold. Don't even know where it came from. Maybe it's their new things, how she beat Charlotte. Who knows? It looked good. It looked painful. Rhea picks up the win. Now, here's my problem. Rhea Ripley, the Raw talent, was over on SmackDown against the SmackDown talent, Liv Morgan. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is their way of getting Charlotte out there and, a little face-to-face, a little push and shove. Charlotte's nowhere to be seen.
None whatsoever.
Rhea wins. She's sitting there celebrating. They're like, oh, Charlotte needs to watch out. And they move on to the next segment. And I'm like, what? What was that for? Rhea couldn't defeat fucking Dana Brooke on Raw? Over on Raw? Like, why? Why are you on SmackDown if you're not going to have a run-in with the person you're having a title match with? Why didn't Charlotte just come out and stand there and distract Rhea?
Correct.
And then Rhea, overcome it and beat Liv anyway. Like, what? Someone explain it to me. Please.
There's nothing to explain.
Somebody explain it to me.
There's nothing to explain because they ain't got nothing over there. So that's what they give. They're going to give you just the scraps.
It was a good match.
Yeah.
They have chemistry. I just thought there was a reason behind it. They're like Rhea versus Liv on SmackDown. And I'm like, okay, great. Then Charlotte will come out, maybe distract Rhea for a second. Liv will try and take advantage, and it will fail, and Rhea will beat her anyway. And then Rhea and Charlotte can stare at each other from in the ring and outside the ring and yell at each other. No,
this is where they dropped the ball, and I understand why they wanted to do. I guess Triple H is doing. But they, of course, now we have to have Rhea come on SmackDown. But Rhea should be kind of like chasing after Charlotte per se, because
I don't think so. I'm okay.
Not chasing after, but being a thorn in her side. You know what I'm saying? Like when she has a match, like that's exactly. Like when she's
just appear out of nowhere when Charlotte's doing an interview in the back. Rhea should just be standing in the background, like
watching her, be
creepy and watching her, be
creepy. Just I don't know. You're supposed to be watching. You're on attack.
Again, I want Charlotte, the face, is supposed to doubt herself a little bit.
Yep.
Have Rhea just be there being fucking annoying. I don't. Again, with the women now, in all facets, things just aren't making sense. They're not consistent, and people get mad at me when I tweet that. Oh, you're always complaining. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, all I want is consistency. And I want things to make sense. And I want their stories to be a priority. Right now, they seem like some back burner shit. And they're like, we gotta get them on TV. Let's just do something.
Right.
Why should we care about that? Why? SB said the whole Rhea Charlotte feud is paper thin. They're living and dying off the damn. This happened 3 years ago. Basically, everyone wants Rhea to get her W, but again, to the point I made before, no, are you excited for the match? I know it's going to be good. They have chemistry. I hope Rhea gets her win at Mania. But other than that,
again, what happens after that? She goes to SmackDown.
Monet, I finally figured out that this whole thing is just to get the belt on Rhea at Mania. I don't think they ever had any true intention of to choose. I mean, okay.
Yeah, we knew that. Yeah.
So, without saying too much, all I have to say is Ronda's a problem. And when I say Ronda's a problem, Ronda is the reason why all this shit changed. And I can't really get into it that much, but there were other things that were supposed to happen at Mania. I think some of them have been reported on, and all of it changed because of Ronda. And so now we have Charlotte and Rhea, and now we have Bianca and Asuka. And I just don't care that much.
Nobody does, boo. Nobody does.
And SP, I'm not trying to knock Ronda, but she's this is coming from talent. Ronda's the problem here. She's the reason why all this shit changed, and it's like, it's just really annoying. Right. Said, I agree. Actually, ooh, what?
Right.
For all this, Ronda should have just kept the title. I don't. Because that's the problem. Okay. I can't get into it, but Ronda didn't want the title. And that's all I can say. So it's just one of those things that I just feel that things change.
Well, does she even want to be there though? Okay, never mind.
I think she wants to be there. I think she wants to be in a tag team with Shayna. Anyway,
listen.
So and my thing is, if your plans change, you still have to get behind what you're pushing.
Correct.
And you still have to have a good story behind it. And right now, it's like, why was Rhea on SmackDown? Why? If you're not going to have a run-in with the person you are having a title match with, or even if it's just backstage, her busting into Charlotte's dressing room and tearing it apart or something, and having Charlotte walk in and go, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, they don't have to make physical contact, but do something. Charlotte was nowhere to be. Charlotte was in town. She was there. Nowhere to be seen on the show. Anyway.
Yeah, she wasn't even there, correct? I know Dom probably called her out, but that was it though, right?
Who, Charlotte?
Yeah.
She was there. She was there. She was in DC. Shayna had a match versus Tegan Nox. This all came from an earlier brawl that happened. Tegan took out Ronda and injured her arm, and then Shayna started attacking Tegan because she attacked Ronda. They made this match, so it was Shayna versus Tegan. Ronda did come out with Shayna being in her corner, and Natty was in Tegan's corner.
Note that both ladies came out to the other person's music too.
Yeah, Shayna came out to Ronda's music, and Tegan came out to Natalia's, and I'm like, but like, these ladies are having the match?
Right, that part.
It's the little things that just annoy the shit out of me, and I just like, why? Why? Anyway, Shayna defeated Tegan by submission after locking her into an armbar.
You look like you got a headache from talking about this.
Because, like, you guys know how much we love women's wrestling, and we love the women of pro wrestling, and we just want it to be consistent, and we want it to make sense, and we want them to have a good storyline they can sink their teeth into, that we can sink our teeth into. And then when things are all over the place, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Dolores said Ronda's just wants to do what she wants to do, like the female Brock. Queen Monet said they wanted to get Dom to SmackDown, and she is his ticket there. Not really. Dom just walk his little happy ass, prison ass over to SmackDown.
I'm about to say, he said prison. I can't. You know what?
Walk his little prison ass over there. That's what he Rhea for.
I feel like they have the effect where now you can just go to either show and just show up now. Like you don't even need an invitation or.
And I'm fine with that. That makes sense to me.
I prefer that than having the whole like cross brand, whatever. But
it was reported. Was this by Fightful? The Dom. I don't know if it's Fightful, so don't quote me. But saying that Dom is going to be featured on Raw and SmackDown going forward on both shows.
Okay, sure.
I don't know.
Like, That's cool. Great.
Alex said at this point, I almost regret that they didn't do Becky versus Ronda. Proof how awful the build is, in my opinion. I can't comment on that.
Oh. The whole thing, I think it could be where Ronda wants to be in the tag team. So to get Becky and Ronda in the same ring, that's how they made her a tag. They made her the champion now. So now they get to go against them, and they make it probably like they're gonna probably have like 4 teams to go against each other.
But I don't know because Ronda is actually injured.
SP, is she really injured? SP knows.
It was WRKD Wrestling. Oh, that reported the Dominic thing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know how true it is, but they said he's going to be featured on both shows. I don't know if Dom and Ray are going to end up having a match.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if that's still something
she
that
is
in the works.
So she is injured. Okay.
Yeah, she is real life injured. I think Fightful did report that one. So I don't know how injured she is. I don't know if she's going to be ready for Mania. I don't know. Which is supposedly why they decided to put the tag belts on. I think Ronda and Shayna were supposed to be Damage Control. And if Ronda's out, it's now Lita and Becky, and they pulled that audible for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. Dolores said she should be back for Mania. Oh, okay.
In time, you think so? That's 3 weeks. Like,
alrighty.
That's 4 Sundays from
crazy.
Today.
Just sit at home, rest your wrist or whatever's hurting you.
Oh no, it's 3 Sundays. Nope, sorry, 4. Because we're already
4 weeks.
4 weeks, yeah.
It's like 3.5 weeks ish.
About 3.5 weeks. Because remember, we have because it's April 1st and 2nd. The 4th Sunday would be the 2nd. So if she doesn't like do anything, she could possibly be back in time for it. But again, that's like very like
which means
you never know. You never know with them, right? It might be like something very minor where like it get hurt again, and then like she's not good to go or whatever.
But I mean, she also can't really be part of any physical build either.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Francis said it's WWE brand split over. Look, y'all gonna hate me. I've posted this so many times.
I hate
the brand split.
Stop it.
If its storyline makes sense that someone should be on the other show,
anyway, they put whoever they want on the show, on whatever show. It didn't really even damn matter. It's not like they're doing anything different.
Paul Levesque took over. He was using Vince's roster, and so he's like, I'd rather have this person feuding with this person.
Yeah.
So let's just put them over there, right? I'm all for putting people where its storyline makes sense. If it makes more sense for me to be on SmackDown, move them over to SmackDown. If it makes more sense to be on Raw, put them on Raw. We don't need the draft, and I don't need they're part of the Raw roster. You're part of the WWE roster, and if you're feuding with this person, go over there and feud with them.
Yep.
In 2 months, if you're feuding with this person over here, go over there and feud with that person. Who cares?
Yep.
Who cares? Anyway, sorry. That's my 2 cents. I think that's all that happened on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Shayna got the win. Nothing really happened afterwards. It was Shayna and Ronda in the ring, standing there looking at Natty and Tegan.
That's
okay. Rampage. I did not see what happened on Rampage, which was kind of the go home show, if you will, for Revolution.
Good go home show for Revolution. However, we had 2 days for the week. Rio had another match. She went against hold on. Gotta get the girl's name. Dang it. I just had it on my phone.
Sev said, sorry, while you're looking for that, Sev said, supposedly we're getting Ronda Baszler versus Becky Lita versus Trish and Bayley. That's cool. I'm down for that because they already said there's a rumor that Trish will be turning. So, and the reason behind that is because Lita chose Becky to get the tag titles with instead of her, and so I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that kind of keeps you have Baszler, Becky, and Bayley in there to carry that match.
Thank you, SP. I didn't know how to.
Thank you, SP. Always coming through. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. So Rio had a match with.
Yes.
Emo.
Sakura. I just know the last name. Anywho,
we're really bad with names, y'all. Sorry.
Yeah. SP is the one that can say all these names, and he
can say all these names so well
with no problem. He is like he's really, really the GOAT. The boss man is the GOAT for the reason. Anywho, this match on Friday, if you want to see one of the two Rio matches, this one would be the one. Emi
Sakura. Thank you.
Sakura,
SP,
yeah.
This is why we keep him around, folks. Do you see this? This?
And look at
he did the English spell out for us. This is
right.
Sir, give him a raise. Give him a raise. Sorry.
If you want to see a match, this will be the match you had to see. This was a banger. And again, apparently, Emi was Rio's teacher. So it was like the teacher versus the student. And the student was Rio. Yes, they said this on Rampage. So I was listening. Yep. Anyway. Excalibur said this to me. And again, so this is where this has been coming along, like they've been training so much, and now the teacher is now going to go against the student, and this is a big thing, and they were going at it. Did they close the show? I don't remember, but it was good. SP, correct me. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Like you have to actively listening to commentary is a thing. Like
I love listening to them. Like it's
actually a thing.
And again, I didn't know that. That's a great backstory. Like who would have known that?
They're teaching you some things on commentary sometimes. You gotta listen.
Oh yes, that's okay. So they were before this match. Yes. Okay. Thank you, friend. But yes, out of the matches from that, I think this was one of the best matches that was on the card. Riho is a gem. Riho is so good. Emi, I've seen Emi before. I don't know where. Maybe it's a match that SP maybe have made me watch, but I've seen Emi too, and they were both good. And I can't believe but Emi's a great heel though. I mean, a good heel. Like she was screaming. She was good. Like it was a good one.
I know this has nothing to do with the women, but did Keith Lee have a cape on? Did I see a photo of him in a cape?
He did. He looked like he was like a wizard with white hair now. He has his hair's like he can't color it anymore.
Yeah.
And he had on a whole cape. I was like, where are we going with this, Keith? But he looked great. He wrestled, right. He looked great. He wrestled great. So it was good. So
all right. Hayter and Sakura was probably the match.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one he said he probably had you watch.
Oh,
that probably would have been a really good match then.
Yeah, maybe I need to watch it. That's why I seen Sakura, and I was like, yeah, that because she's really good. Like,
so you're telling me I need to go watch Rio versus Emi? That's what you're telling me right now.
Yes, ma'am. Please do.
All right.
And again, she's not one of your typical. She's not your typical girl size. Like, she has some weight on her. Like, she's good and she can move. So, I really enjoyed that match from Rampage.
Monet, I think that's his natural hair color. She says, Keith Lee's hair naturally gray, or did he dye it?
He used to dye it, but the top area. But I think that now, since he's been going, he was like, okay, F it. And maybe it goes with the new look, so he wanted to be a little more natural.
He's embracing it.
Right. I think he's embracing the gray. And I think that it goes with the beard, because remember, the beard was like gray, and I don't know. Don't get me a lion. Sorry.
Last week, it looked more like a pastor robe.
Yeah, last week he looked like a priest. This week he had the wizard robe on. Different.
Keith Lee Gear is like one of the Tekken fighting characters. That's what it kind of looked like. Yes. That's what it looked like from the pictures I saw. All right, well, that is it for the week. We already kind of did our prediction for Revolution. So I think you believe Jamie Hayter is retaining. Is that correct?
I think she'll retain, yes.
I also think she is retaining. I think Ruby will take the pin. I think Ruby will end up joining the Outsiders. I don't know if that all happens tonight. If it doesn't happen until the next Dynamite, I guess we'll see. And then for Roadblock, because I believe that's next weekend.
Oh, that's is that next Saturday?
I think it's next Saturday.
Okay.
You have Mako versus Roxanne. Oh, it's on Tuesday. Oh, it's on, and I didn't realize it was like during the week. I thought it was gonna be like an actual pay-per-view on Saturday. Well, I believe Roxanne will retain.
Yeah.
And I believe JC Jane will get the W against Gigi.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay. I like that idea.
I don't see this feud ending just yet. And it ends with Gigi coming out on top. So that's why I'm like, I think JC's going to get the W here.
Best of 3, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they have enough history. I think they can go there. But I think JC's going to cheat and win. Did Krssy's face freeze? Look at the face it froze on. Oh no. Sev said, quick question.
Okay, I'm like, what happened to me? Like, how did I get here? What's happening?
You should have seen the face it froze on. You're all.
Oh.
It was like,
really? Oh my God, no.
It was like, what's happening right now?
And mind you, I was
as he said, I am dying.
My Wi-Fi has been good this whole time. I want to act up now. I was like, see how to.
It's just the face you're making when it froze, you're all. And I'm like, their face just freeze like that? And I just start laughing. SP's over here crying. Sev said, do you think we get any surprises tonight at Revolution?
Rumor has that what's his name may show up, but it's always a rumor.
Who?
What's the man that just that been kicked out?
Punk?
He had Punk. Maybe FTR.
Oh yeah, but the FTR is gone right now. Punk's gone.
Miro.
Miro. We'll call him too, right? Or is he there? Charlotte's husband.
Oh no, I think he's gone. I think he's done with them. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know Andrade was gone.
Yeah, he ain't been there in a minute. I think he said.
Who else has been missing for a while? No, Andrade's injured.
Oh, okay.
You think he's still injured? Ooh, Chris Statlander.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you think she's better yet? I don't remember what her recovery time was. There would be a huge pop if Chris Statlander comes out and helps the AEW women.
Yes.
SB said she is still injured as well.
Damn.
She had a leg injury. Those take a while. I know those take a while. We'll see. I think there will be. I mean, Tony usually always has something up his sleeve for his pay-per-views. Thunder Rosa may or may not come back. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess we'll see. Because Thunder Rosa could come back and help the AEW side. Chris Statlander is one that could come back and help the AEW side. It just depends on how far along they are in their recovery. Like if they're ready. So
there's a lot of people that's injured though right now. It's crazy.
Are people injured or out or just have no contract status?
Or just have no right.
So I guess we'll see. Isn't Vicky leaving? Vicky said she's leaving and not renewing her contract.
Yes, Vicky's leaving.
Who else? I can't think of anyone else that would be a surprise per se right now. Tony always has something up his sleeve. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone returns or if it's someone new that they signed.
Yeah.
You never know. So obviously enjoy Revolution, y'all. Thank you for joining Face and Hills today. Episode 21. It is March. It is Women's History Month. If there are matches that you'd like us to see, review, and watch, DM us on Twitter. Send them over. We'll be happy to watch them and talk to them on the next episodes.
You can send them to SP too. He'll take them for us, and it's related to us.
Steph said he's surprised. Jade, there's no Jade tonight. I'm not surprised, Seb.
What are we gonna? Okay, Seb. What are we gonna do with Jade? Same copy and paste, friends. Don't do that.
So it's funny. So the last couple episodes we were talking about this, and we're like, it's the same thing for Jade. Backstage interview, attack somebody. backstage interview, backstage interview, match, she wins, backstage interview. It's the same thing for her.
Yes.
And Jade actually posted on Twitter, I think it was yesterday. Someone, so she had taken pictures in this really pretty outfit.
Yes,
gorgeous
outfit.
I mean, and someone made a comment saying, "Shout out to Jade," or no, what was it? I think it was deleted. She might have deleted it, but basically, she was like, "Oh, if you wore these type of outfits on TV, it would get like mainstream attention because they're this like you look that good, basically." And Jade basically said, "You're right. But the problem is they never put me on TV, and I'm usually always backstage." She literally says this.
Wow.
In response to this person on Twitter, and she's right. That's what we've been saying. It's the same thing for her. Do something different. You have to do something different. She has your star power. She has the look.
Right.
If you're gonna make her 53-0 or whatever she's at this point, you got to get her on TV. It doesn't matter if she's not on TV.
Stopped it at 50, but you know that's just me. But then who you give the belt to? So I guess they're waiting for
Kris Statlander.
Kris Statlander to be come back, because like who else would do the job and take this stuff from her? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, thank you for joining us. I just wanted to point out that comment that she made because it was like, what? And she deleted it. She did delete it. But of course, it's Twitter. Everyone got a screenshot of it. Thank you for joining us, Miss Krssi. Where can they find you?
Yes, my love. Thank you for another great episode. Yes, you find me not every other Sunday. We do Serving Face and Hills, 11:05 a.m. with my tag team partner, my homie Stephanie Hypes over here, over there. There you go. Then on Saturdays we do True Hill Heat with my tag partner, my good brother SP3, 11:05 every Saturday. So join us for that. Other than that, I'm on Roundtables and we do watch along. I will probably join the stream later this evening, depending on what time I'm getting back home from the party. But other than that, on IG is Krssi Love _1, and then True Hill Krssi Love on Twitter, and then it's just my name. And that's it, guys. Thank you. Miss Hypes, where can they find you, my dear?
What's up, y'all? You can find me obviously on Twitter at Stephanie Hypes, Instagram at Stephanie Hypes with 2 S's. Someone took my name on Instagram. It's fine. Right? Actually, I think it's the person. I think it's the person's actual name. So anyway, yeah. But and then obviously find me here every other Sunday, or when we have our after pay-per-view reviews and stuff like that. March is crazy busy for me. Obviously, I will be going to Mania, so we won't be doing anything that weekend. But I can't wait to get back and talk about it all with you guys. And yeah, but thank you for joining us again.
We'll see you next
Saturday. You guys. The good conversation. Enjoy Revolution. Enjoy Roadblock. And again, if you want us to watch anything, talk about anything, send us your questions, matches, whatever it is, via DM on Twitter. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you.
Peace out.